Welcome back to the channel. I am at the home of the 2023 Ryder Cup Marco Simone Golf and Country Club. If you missed the front nine video, here's a little recap of it. I played the first hole similar to the first three holes. A nice drive, a decent approach, a good short game, a nice one putt for par. The fourth was a par 3. I clipped this nicely but came up well short of the hole. Thankfully the putting was on point for most of the front nine, and I started the round with 4 straight pars. After a rough string of bogeys, I came to the ninth hole desperate to find the magic I had at the start of the round, and I certainly delivered with the shot of the day. We have a kick in for birdie. So we're going into the 10th at 4 over par, and you are about to witness some of the best golf I have played in a long time. The 10th is an uphill climb. It sort of feels like a theme at this course, hitting uphill. I hit a laser down the middle of the fairway. That is a 7-iron. Pin is tucked on the left side of the green, so I am aiming right of the pin.
Looks good.
Yeah. A little thin, but it's on there, I think. It'll leave me with a long 20-foot putt for birdie. The putter's been feeling pretty good. And as I mentioned in the previous video, these greens are on par with some of the nicest greens I've ever played on. I drained that from downtown.
Back-to-back birdies. Look at that.
It's been over a year since I've accomplished that feat. Feels even better considering I did it on a Ryder Cup course. We moved to the 11th hole. That is a 5-wood. We'll stripe that right down the middle of the fairway. So I want to hit it 60 yards. If I'm close, I'm close. If I'm not, then so be it. I have about 55 yards, and the key to the shot is to commit. Don't get too cute.
No, I didn't hit it.
I got too cute with it.
I did exactly what I said not to do.
Golf be like that sometime. I have a pretty straightforward chip here, but we catch it a little too thin. That rolls out a little bit too much, so we got about 10 feet here for par, trying to save par. These greens are fast, and I don't want to blow it past the hole. So after back-to-back birdies, we give one back with a bogey. 12th hole.
I'm going to take a step out. I didn't feel comfortable.
I don't know if anyone has this problem, but I have this issue where the tee box feels crooked when I'm aiming one way and the tee box is aiming another. And this is what happens every single time. I hit a huge banana slice. That ball will find the fairway bunker, and if you're thinking to yourself, well, this really isn't that great, he kind of oversold it at the start of this video, I swear it starts right here.
That is right over the tree.
That was a 5-iron. I didn't catch that cleanly, but just enough to get it back into position. So I have about 90 yards from the pin, and I do have a backstop, so I'm not afraid to go long.
Okay. Yeah, come on. Good. All right. What are you trying to do, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Put it to 5 feet. We got a nice little birdie putt here.
I gotta hit it. I gotta hit it. Aaron, I gotta hit it.
Yeah, that one stings a little bit. That was right at the center of the cup, and I just didn't hit it. Coulda, woulda, shoulda been our third birdie. We'll move on to the 13th. That is a pitching wedge. And we got ourselves a hole-in-one watch here. I was about 2 feet right from dunking it in.
This is going really good right now.
Unfortunately, these greens are just too firm to get the ball to stop on a dime. So we got this putt for birdie.
You hit it hard.
That's a terrible read.
A terrible read, but the distance was on point. We only have about 2 feet here for par. We knock it in.
There's your pa.
14th hole, and the cicadas are singing a little bit louder here. My aim point is right at those bunkers, but I take the tiger line.
Come on, get over it. Yeah.
That was the longest drive of the day at 290 yards.
8-iron, but this is a weird stance for me.
It's on a hill.
Yeah, I don't like these type of shots.
If there's one aspect of golf I've always been bad at, it's uneven lies, especially downhill lies. But not on this day.
Right at it. Right at it.
Once again, I throw another dart.
I feel like I'm in a simulator right now.
That's the third consecutive hole that I've done that. But like the previous hole, the ball rolled out a little bit too much. So I've got this long birdie putt once again. And we are draining buckets at Marco Simone.
Nice.
Wow.
Good job.
Thank you.
3 birdies at Marco Simone. And all of a sudden, we got a breaking 80 watch. So you know what that means. It's time to play some bad golf. That drive flew past the fairway, the rough, the heather, and onto the previous hole's fairway. I did mention in the previous video that this round was shot during the middle of a nasty heat wave in Europe. Temperature was probably around 100 degrees by this point, and unfortunately the phone had a bit of a heat stroke here. I would come up just short of the pin, chipping on. Apologies for the camera work. You blame my wife for that. At least she got the pin in frame. I put a little bit too much mustard on that chip, and all of a sudden we got ourselves a 20-foot putt for par. Can we make the same magic we did on the last hole? No, we cannot. It would come up just a tad short. But that's a nice little tap in for bogey. 16th hole, and yet again, the sun is just too hot. The phone died, unfortunately, again. And I really wish I could have captured this shot because it is one of the rare times in my life that I hit a fade. Unfortunately, the camera keeps crapping out on me, but I am in the fairway. Right over there. Let's see if this thing can still stay on. This hole is really going to be a fun hole to watch at the Ryder Cup. I have a feeling a lot of players will be going for this green. I dunked that shot into a bunker, the first time I've been in a greenside bunker today. Not only does Marco Simone have the nicest greens around, they also have some really nice bunkers. I splashed that one out pretty nicely, and I gave myself a chance for par. It's all you can ask for. It looked good until the last foot. It broke right. You would tap in for bogey. 17th hole, and if you're checking the scorecard like I was at this point, I have a decent chance to break 80. I kind of wish I didn't. That was a 5-iron that rocketed off the club head. I don't think it got more than 50 feet off the ground. It landed on the front of the green, and look at where it ends up. I'm in the weeds. I was able to put myself in great position for par.
That was difficult.
Leaves me with about 5 feet. And that was definitely the worst putt that I had for this round. Got a little too quick with that putt. That is another bogey on the scorecard. 18th hole. I'm really trying my best right now to not break 80. That ball went way left. On top of that, the wind comes out of nowhere.
Oh boy. This is not going to be good.
This rough is very, very gnarly. So all I'm trying to do is somehow get it back on the fairway.
I did it.
I had a lot of great shots on this day, but that one right there,
I think that's pretty damn good.
that one was clutch. It would put us back onto the fairway. All I need is a bogey here to get me at 79. That was a well-struck 9-iron,
Short.
but the wind knocked it down. I would come up short of the green. We got this putt for birdie, and I'm aiming a good 40 feet right of the pin. Look at that break from right to left. And all of a sudden, I feel like I'm standing on 18th, about to win the Ryder Cup. We missed the par putt, but we would make the tap in. That would break 80. I got 79 at Marco Simone. Let's take a look at how I did it. If you look at holes 9 through 14, I had 3 birdies, 1 bogey. That is the best 6-hole stretch I've ever had. The stats for the GIRs and the FIRs weren't spectacular, but I only had 30 putts, 0 3 putts, and that, my friends, is a recipe for breaking 80. So here is my unsolicited opinion on this course. It is a beautiful course. It is so well manicured, from the tee boxes to the fairways. And I really can't say enough about how great the greens were. It's just not that memorable. There's no one hole that really stuck out to me the way a course like Whistling Straits does, or Le Golf National in France. If there is one hole I think people will be eyeing, it is the 16th hole, especially with match play, seeing golfers trying to drive the green to potentially win a match. That will be a lot of fun to see, and this course is going to test the strength of golfers approaching. There are a lot of blind shots out there. There was at least 8 holes that I had with blind shots, so depending on where you are, it is going to challenge the best of the best. If you're in Rome, even if you don't have your clubs, come out to Marco Simone, get a rental set, and enjoy a very fun golf course. Arrivederci.